Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome to 2021. We're here in Azerbaijan, the capital city of Baku, for round 20 of the Concerts of Speed Season 6 Championship. My name's Dan. I'll be commentating for you this evening. Sat alongside me, my wonderful, gorgeous friend. Hello.
That's a very lovely intro.
I know. I thought
I'd very nice to start 2021, and he said 2020 there. Let's bypass that year completely. 2021.
Yeah.
And yep, EU3 kicked off last night. Thanks to Thomas and Lewis on the comms once again.
Yeah.
Drama. And
Drama indeed.
Twists and turns in the championship, and it's going to be very much the same in EU2. Championship still not decided, and we've still got 3 races left. 4
we
races
have,
left.
but there's a. Speaking of the championship, there is a key twist, which is that Dynastics is now on a wheel.
Oh.
And this is his first race on that wheel. I only found out that about 2 minutes ago.
Nice.
So we'll see how fast he is. And hopefully we can keep this fight alive. We don't want Andreas walking away with it just yet.
Can I clarify something with you?
You can do that thing, yes. I just need to, I am tweaking things.
Don Ammo is this will be a bit of housekeeping. He has a quali ban for blocking armour in Australia. What is the legal actions he can take? Can he go out the pits?
Yep, he can go out of the pits.
And then return?
Yep. All of the above. As long as he doesn't set an actual lap time and doesn't get in anybody's way, he can pretty much do what he wants. I was going to try and adjust the T-cam so that it's in the middle rather than being offset. Because of course, I should clarify, we are on a different account now for anybody who's not realised that just yet.
Yeah, I don't think it's gone out, Dan.
What, stream? No, it should be on, it's just on the other account, don't forget.
Yeah, it's not gone out, notifications.
Yeah, it's not set up yet, is it? Wallies that we are, not set it up properly yet. We have been having trouble with Twitch, of course.
Cos Formula 1.
That's the one.
Okay.
And F1 Perez with the first lap in anger, 138.5. Speaking of housekeeping, we've got 2 no-shows tonight. That's Thomas in the Mercedes, who we've spotted on GTA this evening.
Probably doing some kind of heist things.
You'd suspect, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Who hasn't told us that he would not be here. So we have issues there. But we'll come back to that at another time. The other one being Titchy, who has just vanished. He's just not here. Don't know where he is, but he's not here. The Wizard still unable to get on his PlayStation at the moment due to his housing circumstance. So Jay Prentice filling in. Yeah, rumours are he will be back soon.
Yeah.
He hoped to be back for this race, so I think he'll be back next week for Singapore.
I've heard Singapore
Yeah.
is
the return of the Wizard. The transfer rumours. The return of the Wizard.
Just trying to make sure. Yes, that's better. Hello. There we go. So I was just making sure it's all linking up.
Yeah.
Via the old Discord.
So So I'm just noticing Tebow's been tweaking tasks with some improvements, which look like some tasty little improvements. So thank you, Tebow.
Give me 2 seconds. Speaking of. Let's see. Just working on something here. Ignore me. Carry on.
Well, we're just watching Timmy head across the line.
That problem is solved.
Indeed it is.
Yes, Blades, we are back. Yes.
Yeah, we're back on Twitch.
Kind of.
Yeah, kind of. Not where we were before, but hopefully that'll change soon. But we've got a new one. So hello everybody, hello. Timmy goes across in P6, 38.6 for him. Dynastics currently at the top with a 37.9.
Oh no, he's struggling on that new wheel, Danny. That
I know. We are still waiting for both Hasses to put in a representative time, so watch this space. In fact, speaking of, championship leader is out on track. Looking to get his first flying lap underway. Let's ride on board then. As irritating as it will be, for me in particular, being offset slightly. Do you want to do the honours? I believe it's your week.
I can do, yeah. Who are you riding on board with? So
Andreas.
Andreas, not the championship leader. Couldn't be any more fitting. So he has the DRS wide open into turn 1. Important to run wide. Use as much of the curve as you dare. Watch the inside of turn 2. Any mistakes you make around here usually involves brushing up or crashing into said concrete walls either side. It's very intimidating. Some sections, DRS open again. Into turn 3, watch the inside. Some drivers can catch the inside, can catch each other out. Turn 4, tricky corner. 5 and 6. Important to open up the corner here to get a smooth line through. 6, clip the curve on the inside, beautifully done. Now turn 7 is probably where we can cut the inside here.
Not that much.
Not too much. Before heading into the narrowest part, the castle section. That could show the difference between the drivers. The more confident drivers can take more speed through there and try and make it one more continuous corner.
Yeah, if you nail the castle section right, you can tell it's a flat out corner almost.
Andreas has done my favourite line through turn 15. Completely cuts across the corner, because you can do that and get away with it. But that is all about skill. Because otherwise, if you get it slightly wrong, you end up into the wall on the right hand side. This is pretty much flat out, all about a good exit from turn 16. DRS line is about here, and we will
be heading into the pits.
Enter the pits by the looks of things. We saw this yesterday. 10 drivers a set time. You've only got about 7 minutes left.
Yeah. Of course, we'll probably be ahead, but oh, what has happened to Jack there? Someone's had an off in the castle section going up the hill. There's no wing. There's no wing on the car.
I'll tell you what, he runs a bullet step anyway, but that's going to be like a hyper speed mode in a straight on.
I wonder if anyone's ever done that, like deliberately taken the front wing off, like at turn 1 or something, to mean that they've got a car that is an absolute rocket.
Actual peril.
Oh yeah, definitely, but I can believe that.
Our bar is currently improving, 10 up, so he's around the 138.4 region. Coming up through turn 14. She's there. 15. Will he bunny hop? No, he chooses the other line. Doesn't use that much of the curve. He's going to set him up for 16, Danny. This needs a good exit out of here because actually it could be a couple of attempts it could cost you.
Looks quick.
Yeah, keep it really smooth, don't scrub the speed. Can we nick a cheeky toe off the Mercedes in front?
Fastest middle sector of anybody by a couple of tenths, so...
Yes he is, he's going to use the slipstream.
Takes pole.
Yeah.
Good lap from the Canadian. Puts himself
Good
into pole position.
Of all the facilities, including the cars in front of him.
Yeah. Is Harbaugh using a new helmet? Has he got a new lid this week?
New lid? Can't say that, I don't think many people... Yes, I think he has got a new helmet. A new lid.
So I have to say lid because people take the piss when I say helmet.
I would call it a lid as well because
yeah.
that's a sporting phrase that I use for another sport. But I'm not going to get into that because people get confused.
Well, you use it all the time anyway. You know, you had one when you went to Merck for that one race in Sakir.
Yes, I did, and it was very nice. Thank you very much. Williams is a little bit different.
Yeah.
People are just thinking, what on earth are we on about?
Matt looks very much like George Russell. For anybody who was unaware.
Not very long hair, but when I have short hair, yes. I do.
He looks very much. He's like a short version. That's not to say you're short. It's just that George is very tall.
Comfortably would have fit in that seat. Not having to put size 10 shoes on. You can imagine it's pretty uncomfortable.
I mean, he sat down, so it's not like he stood up in there all the time.
Pressure, though.
True.
Yeah. Anyone else on a lap? This is why we're offering, because no one is really on a lap.
Andreas has just started one. He's gone on mediums as well.
Timmy has just finished, so yeah, no one's on a lap. If they were, they've been validated.
Andreas is the only one. So, heading towards turn 3 now.
Him going mediums will suggest it's at least a dry start to the race.
Well, you would think so. Or either that or some light drizzle where you can get away with slicks. But it's a risk taking that gamble, so I would agree and say it's going to be dry. .35.2 through the first sector, which puts him on pace with Lewis in 11th. But don't forget, of course, you've got the difference in tyre compound.
Yeah, whilst we were buffing, Yuno went to pole, which is quicker than yesterday. No, it's not quicker than yesterday.
Oh, big hit there for Andreas coming out of turn 15.
Yeah, damaged the right hand side. So, abandon. Tight. It's going to be a tight turnaround, but he should have enough time.
He might struggle to guard again on the mediums. He's going to have to go softs, I think.
Yeah, you'll know went pole, but pole yesterday, Rage Snipes, who was blistering pace yesterday, 37.4.
Yeah.
And then won the race with 25% front wing damage.
Yeah, just as if to prove a point. Jamie then, he's the first man to have a go at this next section of the track. Well, at the end of the session anyway. The first man to go for his final run.
He's got a lot of clear track in front of him as well, so... Oh, he's cut the inside,
he's clipped the wall.
Back. So that's it, end of qualifying for him, because he's now got front wing damage.
Yeah, if he'd kept it out of the wall, he may have been able to get another run in, but thankfully everybody behind him is on an outlap at the moment, so... See, there's guys just coming out of the pits now, so I would be willing to bet we've got about 2 minutes from now.
That is the problem around here, isn't it? When you try and push for that extra bit of lap time. Mistakes that you usually make on a normal track and get away with, around here you sort of get bitten.
Yeah, it's very much like Monaco in that sense, isn't it? It's a much bigger track, but the walls are still just as tight. Lewis then. Yeah. Lewis then currently in 11th place. Let's see what he can do.
Everyone is out on the soft tyre for the last run. No surprises.
No. First split for Lewis. 34.9. That puts him around P7 at the moment. 2 splits to go. I think Lewis has got a new lid as well.
Everyone's got new lids for Christmas.
Yeah. Plenty of guys getting out of the way for him. Down towards the second split then. It's a 39.9, which is actually not an improvement for him. So he's now hovering around P8, P9. He's going to be a marginal improvement at best.
Oh, almost hit the wall. Castle section, he was up through the first sector.
Yeah, Jamie's retired in the pits. Lewis has got himself into P9.
Yuno's done the same. He's done it earlier on in the lap. Asakome is going to move 7 tenths up. He's going to be in the 37s if he's not made any other mistakes up until then. 37.8.
Into third.
Oh, Caladre, he's got it wrong. Yeah,
he does have a time on the board already. His teammate, however, does not. Coming up to the castle section now. Has to.
F1 Perez has done very well there to not get put off in the slightest by that.
Yeah, Andreas did the same as well.
5th, by the way, Danny.
Oh yeah, good lap from the Racing Point. That's the point. Do we call them Racing Point now? Or do we call them Aston Martin?
Racing Point. It's on this game.
Fair point.
Just think, F1 Perez half a second up, Danny. So another guy into the 37s by the looks of things.
Yeah,
could push for pole.
Could do. Andreas is charging for the line now. It's a one-shot quali for him.
Oh, he's got the toe as well from his teammate in front. It's beautifully played.
Perez into third. And Tracer up to 7th. He'll take it. He'll be disappointed with his overall quali performance, but he'll take that.
I think that is it. Lewis will come into the pits.
Yes, I think so. And he does box now. So there we have it then. Yorno takes pole position with a 37.607. His teammate in third, splitting the two Alpha Tauris is Arbar's Red Bull. Asakome P4, Championship Protagonist Dynastics P5. Wisey Boy P6, Championship Leader in P7, that's Dracer. Timmy comes in P8. Caladre P9 after crashing out on that final run. Fallen in 10th place to round off the guys who are going to be limited to their tyres choice.
A little bit of a surprise, if I'm being honest. A little bit of a surprise. Yorno continued his good form before the Christmas break. Arbar up there challenging, and F1 Perez as well, so that will give him a lot of confidence.
Yeah, always it's a track that Arbar's been good at in the past. Actually, he's been caught in traffic a lot though, because he's going for undercuts, if I remember correctly. But but we'll have to wait and see what happens tonight. See if he can pull some magic out.
Top 7 separated by about a half a second, probably down to Timmy. We've got a little bit of a gap, but I would presume Caladro would be a little bit quicker during the race, so I think there's going to be...
It should be...
maybe a race, 2 races going on. But
yeah, there should be a nice battle throughout the field. I just want to point out there'll be no interviews tonight. Despite the UK being in a 3rd lockdown, I still have to go to work. So... if you can get some Fs in the chat, please, that would be much appreciated. But yeah, I have to go and pretend to be an adult for 7 hours a day. Oh. I can feel everybody's non-existent sympathy.
Oh, Blair! Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, yeah, whatever. So let's get some predictions in as well. Enough about me whinging.
Yeah, we'll sort out racer. I know. This is our temporary fix.
Yeah, it's not great. What's he pointed out?
He said he couldn't find the stream.
Yeah,
that's fine. You're here.
You found us.
We're here before the start of the race. That's the important thing. But we will work on it. I know Thomas had problems last night as well. So.
Thomas couldn't even get this far, bless. He had some network issues that meant Twitch wouldn't work for him.
But that's fine. We'll work around it.
Mm-hmm.
New year. 3 races to go, 4 races to go for this lot in the championship. Championship standings, Danny, close.
Have you got them? Have you got them up?
Oh, don't you worry. Of course I have.
Good man.
So the current championship standings for the drivers: 22 points, Dracer 235, Dynastics 213, so 22 points with 4 races to go, including this one. So can be easily achieved for either driver. Caladre's looking like it is going to be the battle for 3rd for himself. He's on 156 with R-bar 143. Dan is 117. That will probably be where he'll be staying, so that'll be 5th. Stumpy 106, Lewis 99, Titchy 97. So,
well,
battles going on.
Titchy and Thomas now locked in as being unauthorised absences. With the race starting, they've got, of course, qualifying to appear before any penalty is attributed to them.
Titchy will get the full shotgun, I feel, later on.
Yes, I feel he will as well.
We'll probably speak to him at some point.
This is where something bad's happened to him and then we feel guilty.
Yes, we do. So, Titchy, please respond.
And be okay, so we can shout at you.
Then we can shout at you.
Yeah. So, tyres then.
Yeah, let's have a look. Has someone gone bonkers? Donavo! Oh,
he's going for it. So I remember from yesterday, the game suggests being outside the top 10, hard to medium, as the best strategy. Either that or medium, soft. So everybody on the soft tyres inside the top 10, of course, as they are restricted to be so, given the rules, that they're the tyres they're qualified on. Outside the top 10 they have free choice. So Jay Prentice, he's gone soft, Jamie's gone medium, Lewis has gone soft, Stumpy medium, and Donamo hard.
Joel, yes, we'll sort that. No, actually no, I'd rather not him play there. That would be horrendous. That'd be an awful experience for myself.
What's he said, put Titch in goal?
No, put him in centre half. Don't know what's worse.
Great, he spends too much time up in the higher end of the pitch anyway. Yeah. Even when he's playing in an attacking position, he's too far up. So,
Eddie, I don't know. You guys have constructors, chaps. Thomas has made this point already tonight. Utilise them. We can't keep chasing you up to fill in the replacements for you.
No.
Every week. It's now getting slightly monotonous.
The thing is, the people who have told us, we've done our best to source replacements for example, Jay Prentice being in tonight. But we've known days in advance about that one, and then we find out today that there's the rest of the guys missing, and then 2 absentees.
Dan did it yesterday, but Dan could also possibly put a message to say I'm not racing.
Yeah, so it's swings and roundabouts.
The reserve system works. I mean, we try and do our best, but sometimes you guys need to take a little bit of ownership.
Then again, it is the first race back after Christmas. I imagine there'll be some people who are still so stuffed with turkey they can't move out of bed.
For some of us, it's been quite a hectic couple of days because we've gone back to work and now the UK are back into lockdown. So
yeah, boy.
Things. So
yeah.
I know today I couldn't do it because having to send emails out, etc.
It's lockdown time. It's great
indeed.
fun.
Quick constructors. Haas need to score 20 points in the last 4 races. So
if a Haas wins tonight, the constructors is theirs.
So it will finish.
Then I may do a special interview. But let's get ready to go racing then. The lights go out, but we'll wait for the revs. That glitch never changes. Here we go. We are racing in Baku. It looks like a good start for Yorno. Arbar as well. Arbar with an excellent start. Straight down the inside into the lead of the race. Asakome challenging Perez as well. Not going to be close enough to get past in turn 1. Can he try it for turn 2? He's going to go down the inside. Not quite enough space there. Further back. Good start from Lewis. Up 3 places on those soft tyres.
Yeah, we've all made it through safely.
Trace has lost 1 place to Timmy, but he won't mind about that because Dynastics has dropped a spot as well. Asakame still challenging for 3rd place with Perez.
Jay Prentice and the racing point of Lewis is, dare I say, looking very racy. Going to go down the inside. Got to watch Caladre. Still going to go side by side, those two. Is he going to try and go down the inside? He's going to go to the outside. Oh, got to be so careful, so tight through here.
Yeah.
Jamie has had some kind of spin. I'm not sure. Someone's got some front wing damage.
We've got 2. We've got 2 with front wing damage. That's Jamie and Yorno.
Someone further up. I did think it was Yorno. There's a little bit of AlphaTauri covered.
There might be... Perez might have damage as well, but yet again, his TAS is not set to be in public. His telemetry's up there, so that's now a penalty point. And will increase exponentially. But Arbar then making that gap at the front work with that wing damage to Yorno, 1.2 seconds, give or take. And Yorno's going to come into the pits.
Good.
Early stop then for the AlphaTauri. Let's see what tyres he going for.
I guarantee you that could be looked at as well. Guys, not obviously red announcements this week. A little bit disappointed. Just a little bit.
Was it pit entry?
Yeah. But we'll move on.
Yeah, I think we'll let him off with that one. Unless it was mega. So then, Asakame still all over the back of the other AlphaTauri as Arbar drives off into the distance. Well, 2 laps down then, the big winners from the start of that race. Lewis up 3 places, Yorno down 13. And I think the interesting battle that I want to see at the moment is the battle for P4.
Yes, and look, they're right next to each other on the track. Funny that. Gap out front. 2 seconds, so Arbar will not be under attack from
not quite yet. DRS will be active when they cross the start-finish line. So
Dre is dropping places. Now, was me and Jay Prentice, have they both had a little come together? There's no damage.
We've got big damage for Fallen though, and for Stumpy. Stumpy's just got some major damage.
Will Stumpy come in?
Definitely, they both will.
Stumpy will probably go to hard would be my thinking. We'll go to the end. Safety car around here has been pretty prominent.
Yeah, it's
EU2 in the last couple of seasons.
I think it's an 80%, isn't it, of EU2 races have had a safety car, and that was before the update, where it became more common.
And it's quite often that it has been a 2-lap shootout. I think it's happened 2 or 4 occasions, 5 occasions.
It's fair few, yeah. So I think we can, assuming that there is an accident today, I think we can almost guarantee there will be a safety car, as much as that is possible to go for. Perez then, he's broken the DRS window to Asakome and he's closing in on Arbar.
Yeah, quite significantly. What's that, 7 tenths?
Yeah, in a lap, yeah.
Keep going. Oh, Dynamo squirrely out that corner. That was turn 11. Pit stop delta is about 22 seconds.
Yeah, it's quite a short pit lane, isn't it? But the cars coming past you are doing 200 miles an hour, so it's sort of negated the length of it. Dynastics then looking for a move on Arbar, even on Wisey Boy into turn 1. Goes for the inside.
Oh! It's hit the wall! It's hit the wall!
There was some, yeah, I think there were some elbows there that may have been better off left tucked in. If
you put yourself to the outside, you're always running that risk of that corner.
That's true,
just
but
because the way of the racing line and the natural line through, like, you're just asking for trouble if you're still going to sit there.
That's true, but you would hope, of course, that your fellow driver would give you the space, but it's always an option.
Give the space, you'll back out the move and attack down the next DRS straight even, which you can do around here.
But what that does mean, that incident with Wisey Boy, it means that Dynastics is now left vulnerable to attack from his main championship rival. And that's both racing points with wing damage. As well, Lewis picking it up through the castle.
Oh, is he? Oh, no. Not visual though, so I think just minor, you get away with it.
According to TAS, it's 19% for Lewis, 57 for Wisey Boy.
So Lewis should be able to just grimace and get on with it before we stay out for another lap.
Yeah.
Those tyres,
Stumpy, that's at the castle. What are we going to see? VSC is out, and we're going to have all the leaders come into the pits.
Well, that was tight for the lead. That was very tight.
So then,
I'm not going to make any judgment.
So Dynastics downwards, all into the pit.
Including hard.
Yep, hard tyres ready for the House of Dracer.
I would like to see that as a POV at some point between those two, between Perez and...
Oh, Caladre stayed out and he's been caught for speeding.
Between Perez and Arbar, because that was very close when Perez overtook Arbar. Very, very close.
And Dracer must have been held in the pits. He's lost about a second and a half to Dynastics in those stops.
So let's have a look. Just, oh, come on, that's just going to ruin his race. But you have to just see what he can do in terms of recovery. Strange things can happen around here, even with a small grid.
Yeah. So you would say then now that well, Donamo is net leader, followed by well, Gross leader actually, followed by Dynastics, Dracer, and then you're onto the cars with Timmy. Yorno's now back in the race.
He is. The medium guys, they've got to make these work. Yesterday I felt the medium tyre just wasn't good enough to make the two-stop work.
No, I would agree. I would agree with you.
It kind of got away with it because we were pitted and then the VSC came out, so we didn't actually lose out. But in terms of on heavier fuel, it's just not a good tyre to be on start off with.
Tracer's, yeah, he's got some wing damage as well, which I would hope he'd be able to replace. Yeah, will do with his tyre change. Tracer's managed to catch back up to Dynastics though, and he's now within DRS. So the Renault man not able to make those tyres work for him just yet.
So he's come in, he's gone to mediums, and now he also then has to do his drive through. Which means he then has to stop again afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm feeling much pain in the Danish house garage.
Yeah. Well, one of their guys is still in the fight. And it's the one they would have wanted to put in the fight. We've had Fallen's just come out of the pits yet to fix his front wing. Donamo has wing damage now. A lot of these guys clipping walls.
Oh, and he does the other side as well. Taking that aggressive line through 15.
Donamo.
Race of attrition.
Yeah.
Danny Arvar is. Oh, Perez has hit the wall on the way into the pits.
Oh, is it?
Left-hand side.
Yeah,
it's significant. Arbar was lining him up for a move, and they both pitted together. And Perez carried too much speed. Yeah, and the front wing change. So Arbar will.
He's out and will take. This is going to be very close.
Oh, he's gone deep. Timmy's gone deep, I think.
Yeah, where is he? Arbar comes across, squeezes the McLaren and holds on to what will be third place once Jay Prentice comes into the pits. We've got ourselves a race now, people.
So we've got out ahead of Timmy, which is crucial.
Yeah.
Yulno's there. Asakome's there. Just pointing that out, he's joined the back of this.
He's lurking.
Cheering up behind Dynastics of all people.
Yeah, the things to bear in mind, of course. Timmy, Yorno, and well, just Timmy and Yorno actually out of that lead group will have to stop again. Those mediums will not go to the end. Then of course you've got Lewis, Tonamo. It's unlucky for Donamo. He would have liked to go a lot further on those tyres, but wing damage means that he can't.
I think Jay Prentice is learning from his experiences yesterday in EU3. Don't forget, EU3 subbing him the Wizard.
Yeah.
Probably going to go hard and he's probably out towards Lewis. That's who he's going to fit out with.
See, I'm not sure, you know. If I was him, I'd be tempted with mediums and then go for another set of softs at the end.
Well, let's see what he does.
If he can get them far enough.
Danny, move for the lead. And it's between the Danes.
Here we go then. Tracer moves ahead of Dynastics. And nope, you were right, Jay Prentice in for hard tyres. Let's see. Can Dynastics go for an instant reply towards turn 3, or is this now the time where Dracer will just pull away?
So Coleman's just saving his ERS and hanging on to the back of this. It was quite majestic seeing 6 cars all go down the slipstream each other down the main straight. Beautiful sight.
All different constructors as well, I might add.
Yorno's made the move on Timmy.
Yeah, he has.
Unusual location. 10-5.
Yeah, Connell went for a move on me into turn 5 yesterday, and I'll be honest, it caught me out. I mean, he was a bit aggressive with it. I can't pretend that I didn't think that, but he got through.
Jack's got himself out in P7, Danny, ahead of Perez. So miles ahead of Lewis. I thought he would come out around there. So pit stop time then probably about 19-20 seconds, so a bit less actually. Let's see actually how if he can close in on the leading guys holding each other up. Let's see. Be interesting.
Right, I think that Arbar's going to be the one to watch now. He's the closest to one of the guys in front of him. Perez will not with not with them both having DRS. Perez should be able to make an easy move on Jay Prentice though. Yep, and does so.
No, but will these two work together to catch them up, or will just sit behind? It was just sit behind, when he surely.
Yeah. If I'm honest, I think Perez will drag him anyway. Yeah.
So the medium tyres are good for about 8 laps, and then they just start to.
Between 8 and 10 is where they'll want to go, which is why I was wondering what Jack would do. So if he could get the softs to lap 8, which I know is a push, he can get 10 out of the mediums and then another 8 on softs.
Arbar needs to be careful, just on the cusp. That 1 second.
Yeah, in fact I think he's out of it now, isn't he? Yeah. And that,
so close to that.
Oh, Yorno, wing damage. Clipped it.
I was going to say, they're all getting. I just watched all 4 of them go, the top 5 go through there. They were all so close to the wall on the exit of turn 15. So close.
You can see how much time that's cost him. Arbar, though, is back in DRS range of Dynastics, who's slowly dropping away from Dracer.
Problem is, though, Arbar's had to use his DRS to get him there, and he's only down to about 20% hovering. Yorna goes down the inside, defends from Timmy, and is now under pressure because he's outside of that DRS window.
Asakome dropping away as well from Timmy, who might go for a move here on Yorno. That wing damage compromising his exit from turn 3. Not quite. Yorno defends by going deep into the corner. Yeah, the Ferrari right back in this fight now. So Yorno's clinging on to 4th place.
Asakome wants to get these guys out of the way. They're going to stop anyway, and it could, it's a very small chance, but could ruin his chances of a podium with Arbar in front, who looks like he's just about hanging on.
Yeah, I think Arbar's running a low downforce setup because he seems to drop away in the middle part of the lap, and then towards the end.
Meanwhile, there is an AlphaTauri and a McLaren just ever so slightly just closing.
Yeah. And of course the fight in between Yorno, Timmy and Asakome will help them, but they've still got to put the pace on the track, still got to make the move to catch up. And will we see Yorno dive into the pits here? No, he's carrying on.
Still a bit too early. He's going to go medium, so that's going to be, we're looking at around lap
13, 12, 13.
And the rest.
Do you think?
15 or 16?
No, he won't go that far.
Probably 15.
Well, there's no point. You might as well go to... yeah, you might as well do 13 or 14 at the most. And not put excess wear on the tyres you've got now. You don't want to lose that much time.
We'll find out.
Mm.
Differing his opinions. And you know what? He'll prove us wrong. He'll prove us both wrong, probably.
Yeah, this is where he got to the end. Although, to be fair, judging by judging by his tyre wear,
sounds silly, but I was thinking about it yesterday because of the tyre wear. But it was just very close. They're actually going to make it to the end without the. I think if you're going to do that, if you're going to do the one stop, you do the soft hard because it's just a better strategy.
Yes, it is.
Perez has made a mistake. Well, I'll say he's made a mistake. He's dropped a bit of time. That was down to 2.9. It's now 3.6. That gap between 6th and 7th.
Dynastic's closing right back in. Andres, our race leader, locks up though into turn 1. With Arbar dropping right back.
Just can't handle with it at the moment.
No, with him dropping so far back from these two, Dynastics has nothing to worry about, and can focus purely on attacking the championship leader.
Just looking at ERS, there's some guys here that are going to be struggling. Dynastics is the best. Kalaje has retired in pits.
Donamo, fresh set of mediums. They will go to the end from here, so I think that might be the last one.
Even for might as well just stay out. There's a safety car at the end.
Similar to what I did in Zandvoort, rather. Yeah.
Well, it's just you never know what's going to happen.
That's true. That is true.
People see Andreas was so close that time because there's a track where there's just the slightest mistake and that's it, concrete, and especially when the tyres are getting worn towards the end of the stint as well, braking points and coming a little bit
such like, yeah, they do. You've got to look out for it, brake a little bit earlier, a bit softer. Particularly the guys not running ABS. So Dynastic and Joyce, as you can both see, locking up both front tyres.
So the guys on the mediums are all going to fall out behind Jamie by the looks of things.
Well, let's have a look. Let's check gap to the leader.
22 seconds.
Well, I'm not so sure. Yorno will.
Timmy will. Lewis will. So Jamie will go up to 7th, possibly.
Yeah. Now that Yorno's got the damage and he's holding Timmy where he is. Oh, I'm saying Yorno's got the damage. He's closed back up to Arbar with that damage. So has Arbar got a problem?
I think Arbar's just being very conservative. I don't think he's got to do anything. Oh, no, he's not. He's just hit the wall. Commentator's cross now.
Oh, that's your first one, isn't it?
That's my first one in 4 years. 2 years.
Oh, in 4 seasons and 2 years. He's never done it until now. And it's on his namesake as well.
Oh, Matt, I'm so sorry.
Oh.
I was just about to say he doesn't need to do anything. The two behind him they've got to stop, and he had a 3.5 second gap to Azakome. Ah, no.
Let's see then. We'll be coming into the pits with that damage. That's almost a given. We'll ride with him then through the pit lane. See what we can get. What are we going for? Mediums? It should be.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
You have a fresh set as well. suppose he's going to come out in ninth. I'm trying to think of positives here without. Oh no, I'm not going to shut up now.
Well, he's in 10th at the moment.
What's that? 70 odd races. I've not done it. Oh my god, I feel terrible.
No, I don't feel terrible. Feel empowered.
I suppose it wasn't as bad as Neil. Jesus, he did
four in one race.
One AM1 race.
Oh no, that was the first ever AM1 race. As well. Oh damn, that's in the pits. Oh no, no.
Boy.
Points are still on the cards.
I can understand why, and I can't understand. It's my bugbear. It's my pet hate. Especially with this game, you know that the VSC and the safety car is
it's powerful.
Very regular. Yeah, it comes out a lot. Even a lot of the smallest thing. Okay, we've seen VSCs on the huddle, but if there's a safety car that comes out, you just catch up to the rest of them.
Yep, and then that's you back in the game. It's, unlucky there for the Narmo. Wasn't his race. Here goes Timmy though, as Yorno pits. I think Timmy's going to keep these going and go for softs, you know.
Yeah, some guys only did 2 runs in quali. Or did 2 runs and an abandonment, which would only put about 4% on their tyres.
Yeah.
So.
I think, well, if I was Timmy now, and Yorno having pitted, assuming he knows what Yorno's gone on to, I'd stay out, because you know you've now got 5 seconds because of the wing damage.
So that gap is what, 23 seconds?
Yeah, so he's got essentially 5 seconds to play with in terms of overall gap to be able to stretch those mediums and go to softs and then just cruise by, or even stay ahead and cruise away. So potential for Jamie, where's that? Top of the hill at the castle.
That's a very strange. That is a very strange place to lose it.
Yeah,
there's the safety car.
And this is going to work perfectly for Timmy. Both leaders are in, incidentally. Timmy as well. And what are they going to go for?
Well, they all might as well come in if everyone else in front of them's coming in. The only person this could benefit is Yorno, and Yorno may be...
now 2 leaders have gone for mediums. Timmy's gone softs. He's going for it.
Now, where is Yorno? Yorno's going to lose a lot of places here because everyone's getting a nice cheap pit stop. Asakome is not out of the pits yet. So Yorno's lost a place there, Timmy.
Yep, Timmy perfectly placed. I think some of the guys further back from him. So the Asakomes, the Perez is...
Perez from softs, Danny.
Yeah, I think... I'll be honest, I think those 2 guys on softs, it could be a masterstroke if they can keep them in the window, which... I mean, we keep an eye on for Timmy, we can't for Perez, but...
So they'll have lap 16 and lap 17 into the safety car, and then they will have 9 laps of green flag racing. Will the softs make it to the end? I know. Yeah. So Jay Prentice, yes, they went softs at this stage of the race, and then didn't make it at the end.
Yeah.
It wasn't enough light, so he's got mediums today. So it could be a better shout.
I think for the 2 leaders, the mediums was the only call. They're not going to lose that much ground, and besides, they just need to beat each other. There's nothing else required there. Timmy, I think going softs is arguably the strategy to be on, depending on how he can keep them in, if he can keep them in the window.
You have to do it early.
Yeah, he has to make the move on the pair ahead and go, because they will drop off quickly. Yeah. Perez going soft, I think, is a mistake from where he is in the field. He's not going to be able to get a gap around him. Although we could be wrong. We'll soon find out.
Good. Go prove us wrong. That's what we want. That's what we want to see. Go prove us wrong.
Way up.
Yep.
I've got news apparently from the Wizard.
Is it the Dacia Sandero?
Oh no, the Wizard confirms he will be returning for the season finale at Kota.
So in 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Yes.
I just realised they may have Vietnam after that as well.
Well,
the calendar season finale.
the official season finale. Yes.
Whilst he's on the case, can you ask about the whereabouts of his brother?
I'll ask. Yes.
I know they're not in the same household, but you know.
Well, they were over Christmas and the festive period.
Yes, the bubbles.
Yes. I'm unsure if Neil...
Hang on.
I've just seen front wing. That's Dynastics.
Dynastics. I did think that as well, and that's a lot. He was just weaving his tyres just to warm up.
89%.
Yeah, and I just saw him go to the left and hit the wall. I thought, no, surely not. And he has. He's Georged it. He's done a George.
He has. He's done a George. Or what I did. Oh, hungry.
Massive.
That could be. It could be. Yeah.
You almost binned it as well.
Yeah, he has. 76% for him. And now he's going to be down at the back, isn't he? Yeah. Oh, this is major. The Wizard says that Titch's head has fallen off, apparently.
Oh, okay.
I shall reply with understandable.
Safety car in this lap as well.
So they've lost out. They've lost out massively. The Wizard said that it's clearly Ericsson's fault for both of those.
Yes, of course.
Mm.
When will?
If it was me, I would go as late as possible. If I was Andreas here, because he'll know that Dynastics has to stop behind him, which means that Timmy can't overtake him until he's entered the pit lane.
Oh, look at them, they're all circling, they're waiting. So you can take this to the start line, can't you?
You can take this to the start-finish line. That is the new safety car line. It's no longer the the pit entry.
We're waiting. It's like a cold spring.
He's gone. Great restart. As Dynastics peels off into the pits, Timmy will come through. And Andreas has got a great restart there.
Alvaro and Asako are side by side.
But this is now where the soft tyres will start to make their presence felt as they claw back the time that Trace have gained on that restart.
What a change up. What an absolute change up.
Tier 2 always providing the drama. But look at Timmy, look at the difference in speed just from those tyres, man. I mean, Timmy's going to get past by the end of the lap, or at very least by the start of the next one, but he's got to keep that gap.
No DRS though, so Andreas can just keep him behind, make him use the performance of those tyres up on the first few laps, then it'll be easier as the stint continues on towards the end of the race.
There'll be 8 laps to go once they cross the line.
Yep. And F1 Perez has not really made the inroads as we thought. Just yet. Let's see who's spaffed the ERS. No one in particular, so
Timmy taking risks, got full overtake deployed through the S's, but here we go. Oh, what a camera angle for it. Goes to the inside and takes the lead of the race with the fastest lap of the race as well. Good job from Timmy.
Really important for Dracer now just to stay behind him, see if you can force him into a mistake, but ultimately stay behind him, use the DRS and attack. We're about probably two laps to go when those tyres are going to be pretty rubbish.
I think Andreas is in championship mode at the moment. He wasn't even burning ERS there to keep up with the McLaren. He knows that his main rival is right down at the back of the field and in all likelihood will not gain any more places.
You also know that Timmy will want to push anyway to get out of that DRS window, so he may make a mistake just by himself. So
and of course the soft tyres as well on Timmy's car, so he'll get his chance. We'll trace it.
Current live championship standings, 39 points will be the gap when they take us to Singapore next week. That's going to be another difficult and challenging race, down it?
That will be a race of attrition, and knowing EU2 it'll be wet as well, so I hope you're ready for a long one next week.
What was it, an hour and a bit?
If it's wet, it'll be. If it's wet, the race will be close to an hour and a half. Yeah.
Can't wait. Beautiful.
Yeah, it comes close to using the full 2-hour time limit. Let's put it that way. Timmy with another fastest lap, and this time without the tow as well.
Yeah,
he's really going for it.
Jorno will see to that, I think, at some point.
You'd think, but he's in a battle with Dynastics at the moment, so I wouldn't be so sure about that. Drace has kept himself within DRS range, so we'll be able to use that.
I'd have closed in on Dynastics actually.
That's a Colme looking at Arba.
There it is, fast
there you go.
He's in a good position. I'll tell you who's someone who didn't expect to be very well. Lewis is up to 6th, considering.
He's done that a lot though, hasn't he?
Yeah, he was on a 2-stop and it was looking a little bit
ropey,
dodgy, but it wasn't looking great when he was sitting there in 9th, but up to 6th. And with Perez not actually making the ground that possibly we would expect on for a good points finish. Sorry, I had to say it after the castle section. Can't have another one.
Yeah, I think the reason we've not seen Perez make the ground is because Asakome is chasing down Arba. Oh, hang on. There was definitely some sound there of a wall hit. Almost certain. But I don't know who for. I was on board with Asakome. I think it was either him or Perez. But here goes Perez looking for a move on the Ferrari man. Both of them will have DRS, so it's purely down to straight line speed, and the Ferrari has it by the look of things. Although Arba providing a tow for Perez, who's going to go for the double move, and we've got Asakome's lost out of that one.
Asakome's already running deep. He actually broke himself with Arba.
Yeah, and he's waited for him, which is fair play to him. And Lewis, big wing damage out of all of that. He's the one who's probably lost out most.
Lewis, no.
Can we count that as 2?
Boy up to 5th. Actually, no. Jay Prentice is 4th, Danny. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying
he's in 4th place and he's chasing down Arba.
Tier 3, Jay Prentice is chasing down EU2 Arba.
Let's
get this straight.
Well, if you want to make it really like spectacular, EU3 Jay Prentice is chasing down AM1 Arbar.
Fair enough.
Although,
Arbar is what, 4th in the championship.
yeah, I do have a feeling. Oh, Dynastics with 3 seconds to add insult to injury. Yorno's got ahead of him as well, so no points for him now.
Let's have a look quick. Come on the website. Awesome. Come on.
Jack has dropped out of DRS range, although he's got the straight line speed. He doesn't need it. Look at that! Look at that!
Oh, Lewis is down to 8th. That truck wing damage has got worse.
It can't. It physically can't get worse. It's 100.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
He's still got some on there.
Yeah,
Oh no, he's picked up 3 seconds.
Ran wide at turn 1,
Jack.
but the straight line speed that he's got in that McLaren will get him past Arbar at some point. It's just whether he's got the laps left to do it. Dracer, meanwhile, I think he's starting to gain the advantage over the soft tyres of Timmy.
Dynastics now is back in the points with 1 point.
Yep, he is indeed.
Drivers' Championship can't be won today. It's pretty much impossible, but it is looking like Haas will be Constructors' Champions because of where Dracer is and where Dynastics is.
I thought they had to score 20 points.
Well, yeah.
So Dracer needs to get ahead of Timmy.
Give me a second.
He needs to get ahead of Timmy.
Keep forgetting they've got they could have an extra race in the end. It's my bad. Shut
So
up.
there's possibly 100 and... hang on. Math's not my strong suit.
That's why I'm doing it. You carry on.
What should we carry on? Alright, Dracer then, DRS range of Timmy. He'll use this to close in, might go for a move towards turn 3, or he might try next time around into turn 1. So we go then. Are we going to be close enough? I don't think so. Not quite. I just want to say though, Asakome did well to keep it out of the wall when, in that incident. Granted, it would have lost him a lot of time, but not as much as going into the pits would have.
No, I think he has got slight front wing damage on him.
He has, but I don't think it was from that incident. He's got it since then.
I thought he was. I thought he went straight onto the barrier. Just touched it head on, so probably would have got away with it. Does that one point to that?
We could see a change of leader this time around. Dracer lining up that McLaren.
Dracer wins, Haas champions.
Yeah. Here we go then. Dracer lining up. Had a poor S's though. Did the Dane, so he's not going to be close enough.
As it stands with the current gap where Dracer is and Dynastics is, the gap after today would be 129 points with 132 left on the table. Basically, 3 extra points of those for the fastest lap, so if you know the fastest lap would be pretty much done. So, simple equation, Dracer passes Timmy, Constructors wrapped up, and Dracer can focus on Drivers' Championship with 3 rounds to go.
Asakome looking at Fallen. Not quite close enough to look at turn 3. Jay Prentice back with Arbar as well.
Low has lower ERS, but if you can just force people into a mistake. Arbar's already had one incident through the castle section today, so...
Yeah, but that wasn't his own fault, was it?
It was. He's driving the car.
I think you'll find it was demonic intervention.
No, it wasn't. We'll move on.
Oh, Andreas, wing damage. That could cost him the victory. In fact, I think it will.
It looks okay, Danny.
12% according to TAS, but he's going to keep his DRS range.
It's one of these ones that look more visual. Has more ERS just, not by much. Meanwhile, battle for sync is what we want to be looking at, really. Sakome is closing and goes in, and goes to the inside this time. And gets it stopped. Can we get a switch back? Not enough tyre life in that Red Bull. Oh, maybe.
Oh, big shot.
There it was.
For Sakome.
Yeah, F1 Perez says thank you very much.
Yeah. And that's both cars with heavy wing damage as well.
Helps Dynastics, keeps the constructors alive. These guys are going to have to...
Well, he'll be able to get past them. But it might not be enough to keep the constructors alive.
Kome's had another...
No, I think he was just letting the guys through. I think Timmy's tyres have gone.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. 8 laps, this is it. So, Dracer away. Asakome is, in fact,
he's gone in the castle.
Out. Lewis is going to score a point.
And we're going to see a change of leader on as we go to start the final lap. Andreas going for it before they've even reached the DRS zone. He's ahead. Timmy tucks in behind. He'll have one opportunity, maybe two, if he can get a good run towards turn 3 to retake that position.
Yeah, you've got to be thinking at this point, how are you going to set it up? You saw that battle yesterday between Charlie, Jay Prentice and Ricky towards the line.
We did. Not close enough towards turn 3 for Timmy.
Oh, he's locked up as well. Is Armor short shifted? Like really? He is!
Possibly,
he's really
yeah.
short shifted.
Is he running out of fuel?
He's running out of fuel by the looks of
he's got 0.1 of a lap extra fuel on the board at the moment. It might be for
close.
It might be for traction as well.
He was just very short shift. He was going up to the 5th in turn 4. Very strange.
And I think Timmy's chance of victory has gone.
And Euro's keeping Dynastics, so this is the important bit.
So Tracer then will come through the final few corners now. Through the final proper turn. He's through. It's now just a straight line. He's weaving, look. It's dangerous at this stage. You don't know what's going to happen. And Andreas wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix to extend his championship lead. And we will wait for Dynastics, who's got ahead of Yorno.
Lewis just spun it, but as long as he makes it to the line, it'll be fine.
Yeah. So Dynastics will come home in P9 on penalties, which means
go on. Say it to the world.
Haas are the Season 6 Contest of Speed EU2 Constructors Champions. Congratulations to Tracer and Caladre. And I think it's worth saying as well from the start of the season, congratulations to Faxland. He started the season with that team, so he's had his
Danish contingent.
He's had an influence on the title. And then
Lewis has eventually made it.
Yeah, Lewis has finally got to the line, bless.
That's poor kit. I'm sorry.
What's he said?
Pastor he made.
Oh, Kit, I expect better from you. You're a man of culture.
Oh, that was a race of attrition, Danny.
It certainly was. A third of the field retiring. More than half the field with damage by the end as well.
A VSC, a safety car. Lots of money strewn across the circuit. Of carbon fibre.
So there we have it as confirmation. Dreiser wins the Grand Prix for Haas, and barring any major changes when stewards' decisions are brought into consideration, wins the Constructors' title for Haas as well. Timmy finishes second, with Arbar in third, holding off Jay Prentice, who did a sterling job actually on understudy duty.
Good performance. Wisey Boy as well up there.
Yeah, P5 for Wisey Boy. At one point it looked like he would be out of the points. Perez P6, Fallen P7, good result for him. Yorno and Dynastics 8 and 9. Not great for them, but could be worse.
A lot of double points finishes being thrown out. Red Bull, AlphaTauri, Racing Point.
It's a good job all round. So, as we said at the start of the stream, unfortunately there will be no interviews tonight because I have to go to bed.
Lazy.
No, not lazy. I have responsibilities. I've told you this. I have to pretend to be a responsible adult in the morning. So, I'll do my plugs quick, and then we'll head off for the evening and let everyone get on with their day. If you want to support Contest of Speed, you can do so by following us on all of our various social medias. So Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. You can follow us on Twitch as well. If you're watching this on the new channel, make sure you follow this. We will be using this more in the future.
Underscore Formula 1.
Cos underscore Formula 1. Also the main channel, Contest of Speed.
Just check both.
Yeah, follow them both. Get notifications for both. If you want to support us a little bit more directly, you can do so by heading over to our web shop. That's contestofspeed.live/merch, and you can pick yourself up something lovely. I've got so many t-shirts and things now. You wouldn't believe.
It's like a Cos wardrobe.
Yeah, it's great. Thank you all very much for watching. We'll be back next week for round 21, which will be Singapore. Make sure you get yourself all ready for that one because it will be a long one. I'll be getting in the energy drinks. Carabao. He's got it in one.
And tune in 2.5 hours time. AM2, the first America's race of the season. Well, of the return.
Of the year.
Very good, what you said.
And it should be Bursey and DK, right?
DK, yeah. Hand over responsibilities to those guys.
We shall. Thank you all again very much for watching. We'll see you next week. Enjoy your evening and enjoy your lockdown, people, if you're from the UK. Might sound like a cliche, but make the most of it. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.